Welcome to Repairing Lawnmowers for Profit. In the next few video clips you're going to see me live out actually in the street picking some lawnmowers up. One that I got for free outside somebody's house, and then luckily for me I picked another one up for just £5. You won't believe what I've got for the fiver. Honestly, take a look. We're going to get started right now. If this is your first time on Repairing Lawnmowers for Profit YouTube channel, please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. That way I can keep you up to date on everything I'm doing on this site. You'll get recommended more of my videos and it'll keep you completely up to date with everything that's going on here. And the best of all, it's free to do. Nothing's going to cost you a penny, just hit the subscribe button. Thanks. Right, I'm having a right morning here. I've just pulled up in my car and I've just seen a lawnmower outside someone's house. So I've just asked them if they're getting rid of it, and they said yeah. And then the guy, while I was getting rid of it, the guy came out from this other house that I've just walked out of now, and he wants rid of one that's the same, and he only wanted a fiver for it. So let's have a look at this. Here, look, it's just outside the house. So she's given us this. I don't know if it'll run or whatever, but it wants a pull cord on it. I was just stood here, and the guy came out from one of these houses and said he's got one he wants rid of. And it was like this with a drive on it. I said, well, what do you want for it? He said a fiver. So anyway, I'm going to wheel this home. It's only around the corner. Right, that's one collected. I'm just making another trip back around the corner for another, well, £5 lawnmower. So this has worked out well. And just looking at that one I've just wheeled around there, it's I was a bit cheeky really because he didn't have the grass box with it, so I asked him if he had the grass box, but he's got a great big hole in the side of it. So if you think back to my last video, how much you pay for spares, even the springs, you know, stuff like that for free. Brilliant. Right, I'm just going to go up here now. I'm going to pick this other one up. Yeah, I was just up this street. One of the houses up there was just outside, and then 3 doors down the guy just collared me. He's, you know, wondered why I wanted it, and I got chatting, and I thought he was going to ask me for like £150 or 50 quid for this lawnmower. He said they couldn't get the petrol to come through. So I went and had a look in his shed, and he had a lovely garden at the back, a really nice fella, and he said, oh, just give us a fiver. I couldn't believe my luck. Right, so how about this for a morning's work then? £5 for 2 lawnmowers. This one was free. This was outside someone's house, as I showed you. And I was filming on my phone actually, and I ran out of battery on my phone. Unfortunately, it's got a hole in this one. I'll probably end up stripping this for spares. But this one, the guy had basically bought a new one. He said he pulled it out this season, didn't work, couldn't get it running. I asked him what he wanted for it, and he said £5. Oh wow! I was like, yes. And luckily, I had £5 in my pocket. So I basically pulled it out, wheeled this one home, and came back. He just jumped over the fence and said, "Oh, are you getting that lawnmower? I've got one I want rid of." I couldn't believe it. I thought, well, you've come to the right place, haven't you? So these are Flymo Quicksilvers. Exactly the same, apart from one's got a drive, believe it or not. 46 self-drive model and a 46 push. Right, so as you probably guessed, I'm going to start with this one that I know has been working till recently. And this one needs a pull cord on apparently. The lady just said, it was quite strange really, I just knocked on the door and said, you know, are you selling it? And she said, oh, I just want rid of it. And I was really cheeky because I even asked for the grass box and got it. And I couldn't believe it when he got this out anyway. So yeah, £5 for 2 mowers. Well, let's have a look at the blade on this. Just see if everything looks like it should. Just tip that out there. Oh, that's tight. Let's pull that out of the way. Let's just have a look under here. Just see if everything's on right. Oh, it's heavy. It's a big lawnmower this. 46 centimetre. How are we doing with this? Yeah. This all looks good under here. Everything looks to be right. Nice and tight on. Yeah. No holes in the deck. I want to clean off underneath. Slightly different belt drive cover. Might take a look under there and just clean that out. She said he's had it 10 years and he's never touched it. Never had it serviced. He said he's changed the oil in it pretty much every other couple of years or whatever, but he's never had it serviced. He's never had the carb done, never had the blade sharpened or anything like that. So he just said he got it out and he bought himself a new one. In fact, he bought himself one from Aldi. It was £170 and it had a drive on and a big Briggs & Stratton engine. It was absolutely brilliant. I think it was a garden line one. So I'll be keeping my eye out for that. I can't really understand why this won't start. Let's try and fire it up. Right, let's just have a go and see where it was at. So I've not done anything to it. I'll have to take a look underneath. I'm just going to drop the height down on this. So although the blade looks alright, I want it at the lowest point. Just for safety, I'll just drop that blade right down to there. Let's just try this. Sounds like there's fuel going through. Right. Let's just put a plug in it. Let's grab one of these NGK plugs and let's go and fit another plug first of all. Right, now as I've mentioned in previous videos, these are these spark plugs you can buy from B&Q here in the UK. And I hate these. I've never had one work with it in yet. Honestly, they sell these in B&Q, and every time early days I used to go and buy a plug. I used to buy one of these and they never ever worked. They're absolutely dreadful. If you see one of these, do not buy it. ALM spark plug, don't buy it. I always buy these NGK ones, B2LM ones. They're only £1 each or something like that, £1.50 or whatever. Let's just put this in and tighten it up. Let's try this again. I've just put a new plug in there. Let's try it. I've done this a lot of times before, and actually Mower's fired up fine. And there appears to be no sign of life with the plug it had in it. So it's either fuel or the plug. Yes! So I'm currently debating what to do with this, whether to service it or just sell it, because it's really nice weather at the minute here, and I reckon I could sell this probably by tonight if I'm being a bit cheeky, I suppose. But I think I could, you know. I'm very tempted because I've got that there and I've got this one for spares. I've actually got to go out tonight in the Mower mobile and just pick up another one, which is about sort of half an hour away. But it was really cheap. I think I paid £15 for one I'm picking up tonight. So I'm going to clean this off and see what it looks like. But it all starts and runs as it should.
We need it is extra power.
Extra power. Go on then, let's have a go then. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, under that.
Yeah, no, stand back. Just do the back where the grass is. Plus hit the grass, mate. That's it, under there. Get all the grass out. That's right. Right, which one of these two would you buy? Would you buy this one? Contestant number 1?
Yeah.
Or what about this one? That's all we've done with this is clean it off with the Karcher pressure washer, haven't we?
Well, by looking at it, it looks like it's going to run.
Yeah.
And also, it also depends on how it looks. It looks like it's going to work, so yeah, definitely.
Contestant number 2. Excellent.
Exactly.
So all I've done with this is Karcher it off, as I said. You can see in here it's pretty much immaculate, really. I'm just going to, what I normally do is just get like a pan scrubber or something and just even take this off, you see under here. Just see there. Just clean that off as well. I think what I'm going to do with this is just clean it up and sell this. I'm going to get a quick sale out of this one. Quicksilver, quick sale.
Done.
Right. Yeah.
Just shut this and turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off. Yeah.
Looks like we've got this one running.
It's filthy, isn't it? Yeah.
Can you believe one spark plug
Yeah, I can,
stop this from running?
Because I bought them spark plugs from B&Q before and they don't work.
Exactly. You should say to this man, oh, you've got a perfectly running mower, yeah? It's just you've bought a decent spark.
But and then what would he say?
And be like, oh, I'm so dumb. And it'll stop him from buying them bad spark.
No, because then they say, well, I want it back. Want it?
Yeah, and then he'll get another one, and you know what? That spark plug will run out. He'll get another one, put B&Q spark plug in, won't work. He'll give it to you.
Yeah.
You'll sell another £120.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I'm just going to clean some of these parts off here. You can see it's just a bit dirty in here. Just got my airline here. Just cover this carburetor up as well. Yeah, so we're just giving that a quick blast off, aren't we? We're just going to tighten these handles. They're a bit slack, aren't they? And you can see in here, just pull that out of there. You can see how tidy that is now in there. You can see everything is working exactly as it should. Once again, this tab's bent forward ever so slightly. This just makes your motor run a little bit quicker. So everything's working exactly as it should, and it's not revving up and down whatsoever. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is just clean this air filter. I've got a new plug in it. We'll probably have a look at the oil as well. I'm just cleaning this off out with this. If you just use a little Brillo pad, you can see the bottom of there. Oh, that's clean. It's coming off, and it may sound silly to a lot of people. If you do that all the way around the mower, look at the difference there compared to at the front. Do the front bit below this Flymo badge. You can see it just comes off. It just makes everything look newer. I often do that, especially on a mower that's in good condition like this one. Just round near this exhaust guard as well. Well, sometimes this is all you need to do. Just buy one in, put a plug in it and clean it up. It looks a bit better than this one. This one's seen much better days, but think of the parts on this. There's an air filter box, an air filter, primer bulb, tank, carb, springs. There's all sorts, ignition coil, kill switch, recoil, cover. Absolutely loads of bits. I'll probably keep the engine off this for spares. And I'll probably keep this cover in case I get one without it on. And I'll probably keep the handle as well and just bin the deck, basically everything, but just bin this. I don't fancy repairing that really. It's quite a big hole in there, and it really, for a push mower, it's probably not worth my time doing that. It's warm out here, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
You're doing a good job. Look at that coming off there now, look. You know where not to touch now, don't you?
Yep.
You know you never put your hand under. We've got the spark plug out, haven't we?
Yep.
And you know the exhaust's hot, don't you? You're learning, aren't you? You're doing a good job. I've just checked the oil on this. It's only just above minimum actually, but it's quite clean. I think this chap said he'd actually done it, but I certainly don't want to overfill these, but I'm going to take it up to halfway on this notch here. As I say, I've just pulled this out as well. You can see, actually it's showing a little bit more there, so I'll either top this up a little bit or leave it. And at least when I come to sell it, I can say I've topped the oil up. Don't always have to say you've changed it if it looks okay. Just a note on that as well. You know, never list the mower and say you've done something if you haven't done it. Just do exactly what you should do. Either service it up and write what you've done, or let them know that you've basically got it in and cleaned it up. And just tell them what you've done. So if you've not serviced the carb, don't put that you serviced the carb just because it's running alright, because people sometimes can tell. You know, if anybody knows, I could look in there and think, well, that don't look particularly clean, and I'd be doubting whether it had actually been done. So I think what I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to service this carb anyway. It's only a couple of bolts to take off. I'll put a diaphragm and gasket in it. I kind of changed my mind on that, because then I always like to do that, because I think it's a great selling point. When I come to sell this, I can put the carburetor's been serviced. I might get a bit more money for it as well. Right, so we'll just top that oil up a little bit. I'll just put this screw in here. I'll clean the air filter off. We'll put that back on. You can do that for me, can't you?
Yeah.
Just put that back in. And you can just tighten this back up, can't you? And we're nearly there with this mower. It's looking really good, isn't it, this? I think it's probably one of the best ones I've had for £5, if I'm honest. So I've just been told I've just been just under an hour doing this mower. I've just cleaned it up and serviced it. I've got one thing left to do actually. I haven't sharpened the blade yet. I'm going to take that off and sharpen that, but you can see the results of this just from cleaning it up. And as I say, look, I found a leaf under here just as I'm talking. Let's just get that out. Look at that now. I mean, that's come as good as anything, hasn't it? I'm going to ask £125 for this on Facebook Marketplace, and I'll probably take anything over 100, and I'll probably offer to deliver this locally as well, because it's really easy to just fold it down. There's a lot of people don't want to have to try and assemble a petrol lawnmower, or maybe, you know, go to a shop, and you never know. When you offer to deliver things locally, I often pick up a free one as well that someone wants rid of. So I've got this other one to do. We're just going to clean this off just to give us a start really. I'm going to take this engine off here and a few other bits. If I get a chance, I'll film some of that as well. But for now, this is the end of the Quicksilver 46 self-drive. I'm going to stick it on Facebook Marketplace, I've said, for about £120, £125, and I'll do an update on this mower and just see what profit we can make, bearing in mind we only paid £5 for this. So if you like what you see here at Repairing Lawnmowers for Profit, please hit subscribe and click the bell notification icon. It's absolutely free to do, is subscribing on YouTube, and the idea behind it is YouTube will recommend some more of my videos to you, and it'll keep you up to date on absolutely everything that's going on. So thanks for watching. Just a quick video this time, just to show how much profit hopefully we can make on this little lawnmower if you just keep your eyes open. I was just driving around the streets and I picked that one up with a hole in, and luckily for me, my luck was really in with this, and I actually got this other one for £5, so fantastic. I'll get back when I've got a profit. Thanks for subscribing and thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take the second just to check out some of my other videos as well. Bye for now.